when you give your best and people like the quality that you're able to offer, you leave them with a sense of brand aroma. You get what I'm saying? What's up, man? How you guys doing? Welcome to Bycorey podcast, man. I'm back in the podcast platform now. Over a couple hurdles I had to actually get over, man. But I'm in the crib right now. I'm taking it easy. The family, they're actually gone. Paisley's at school. My wife, she's at work. I took care of some business this morning. Now I'm back on the couch, and I told myself I was going to get a podcast out to you guys. So that's practically my reason for being here. I'm here with you guys to take care of some business, get out more content, get out more good energy, man, and hoping to get that back from you guys. Like I told you guys last podcast, I actually swapped from Anchor to a different platform, and I'm just continuously testing out this platform right here. I actually have experience with this platform, but primarily I just don't want nothing to get in the way of me actually giving you guys content. Even recently, I kind of stirred up the house a little bit, and then at the same time, I was like, I need to do a podcast. And I got to be honest, man, like putting out content takes a lot of commitment, you know what I mean? And at the same time, especially when you're kind of figuring it out as you going, it takes a lot out of you, you know what I mean? So I'm here, we're going to get this podcast out the way. And at the same time, a lot of the stuff and the topics that I'm actually going to approach you guys with is practically things that I actually thought about today. Today, you know what I mean? And I think it's the 13th? Yeah, 7/13. 2020. That is actually the date. Like I told you guys, it's not documented until you actually put a date behind it. When I'll release this content, I can't actually tell you when I'll actually do that. It's a couple things I'm actually doing on this platform. It'll be listed on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and a couple other platforms. Most definitely YouTube. If you're interested in actually getting a visual of these actual words, how I said it, what I wore while I was saying it, where I was at while I was saying it. Easily just go to the YouTube, subscribe there, man. Most definitely, I would love to be able to, develop some type of relationship with you guys there. So practically, man, I actually had a shoot this morning. I went out, knocked out the shoot. The shoot was pretty good. The energy was good. Everything was actually pretty much on point. You know what I mean? So now, it was a couple things I actually had thought about on the shoot that I had today. I was working with one of the clients, or actually one of the staffs with the client, and it was a situation that I actually kind of saw, and I had to actually direct the talent a little more. But the situation was practically, sometimes we have so much to lose. Give me 1 second. Let me get you guys intro music going off real quick. There are many times, man, when we actually have built value in something and we don't want to be seen with something else. You know what I mean? I totally understand that. I'm a guy, I'm a victim of this, you know what I'm saying, in many cases. I totally understand that. But at the same time, too, I'm starting to understand that a lot of information that you have, or a lot of information that you have reached due to your hard work, your dedication, a lot of times it's a good thing to actually share information that you may know another person need, that you have grasped and learned in the midst of your journey and what you're trying to do. But at the same time, we're not talking about in the essence for as not communication, but in the essence of competition. You know what I mean? Many times it seems as if, even though myself, we get not necessarily too big for our britches, but we don't want to, as hard as we don't work, we don't want to take a chance on our brand, which is basically how we look, our reputation on certain things. You know what I'm saying? So in this case, it was more of a case where it wasn't necessarily going to be a risk, but I told the individual, I said, look, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. When you want film, you can't hide it. So no matter how you're trying to basically hide yourself from schooling this individual on this particular subject, you might as well give it your all if you know you do this on a professional level. Now, the situation, just to be more clear so I can bring you guys up to speed of what's actually going on, the individual was basically doing some footage out of a favor of another individual. And in that case, the individual does what he's actually training on a professional level. But by the fact that the talent that was being directed by him or being trained by him wasn't on a level that he's used to teaching on. So, and I actually told him that, I said, yo, man, like I could tell, like you do this real heavy. Like, why you kind of holding back? Me as being a director, actually seeing that, and also being able to recognize talent. Also understanding, knowing how to recognize talent when the person needs to give more or fall back a little bit or a little more here, a little more there. I just noticed it. It was something, I just noticed it. And he said, yeah, man, well, I do this on a bigger scale. And I'm like, well, why are you holding back? He was like, well, man, if I'm seen in the midst of training, you know what I'm saying, an individual to the level that this person is actually on, it's going to make me look bad. I said, well, look, at the end of the day, if this is something that you actually love to do, and you also have taken time to actually learn how to do it, get it out the mud, and then also share the advice to somebody else where they advance themselves, why are you holding back if this is something that's extremely passionate for yourself? He was like, well, it's going to make me look good. I said, no, bro, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I understand the perception of how it may look, but how do you think you look? You being seen on film holding back. If anything, bring the student up to your level instead of you scooping down to their level. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of you being fear or scared of how somebody's going to actually view you. And at the same time, you'll practically do the individual, the student, a favor by giving them all that you actually can have. Don't compromise who you are. Don't do that. Be the same, if not more. And at the same time, it's free marketing. I understand this is not your platform, or this is practically not your footage that you're actually paying for. But at the same time, the entity that you represent, it comes to a point when you have viewers, when they see you, how passionate that you are into helping or training a person that you consider as being a professional in. And one moment, who you represent goes out the window, and they want to understand, who are you? How did you get those skills? Where did it come from? How long have you been doing it? How many have you ever just win a competition and competed with what you got going on? Because when you don't hold back, people can recognize that. That's energy. One of the biggest things that we kind of hold ourselves back from is trying to hide in moments where we actually supposed to be shining. And then we try to shine at moments when we're supposed to be sitting back trying to hide. You get what I'm saying? I'm guilty of that. Big time guilty of that. There are times when it's time to shine, we don't do it. When it's times to actually sit back, we want to show everybody what we know. You know what I mean? Humble is a very good thing. I got to be honest. Being humble is a very, very good thing. But there's also a time when you have been given a green light to actually do what you do, your profession, your interest, your passion. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold back. Don't hold back. Don't do that. Do your best. Even with this podcast, I got to be honest. I told my wife that, I said, you know what? I most definitely appreciate you for telling me, just do it, Corey. You know what I mean? Like, just do it. Don't swap too much. Stick with one thing, go with the Bycorey, and just take it down to the drain. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, well, now it's kind of a little easy because I don't really have to depend on the energy for us being a couple to basically do what we actually doing. And we actually love the podcast. My wife even still talk about doing it now. But at the same time, it's as if something that I'm passionate about. You know what I mean? So therefore, me, the type of energy I would love to give you guys, I will love the type of energy I'm going to give you guys is going to be things that's actually personal. Just as all this continues, this list that I have in here, I'm going to most definitely give you guys this stuff, like, on point, because it's like it's coming from a good place from me, and at the same time, I'm hoping that you guys can take this information and do something with it. You know what I mean? So I mean, I actually jumped the gun on this one too, though. This actually was supposed to come. Bringing people to okay, that was actually, and the primary topic of that was going to be basically bringing people up to your level. You know what I mean? Regardless where you at, where you met them at. Don't indulge in situations that's going to practically pull you down. If anything, sit on the outside, observe it, see what you can add if you're able to. If not, just kind of step back. You know what I mean? Same thing with the, I guess you're saying with the footage. I'm telling you, yo, bro, I know you can do better. Stop holding back. Give it to them. Give the world an introduction of who you are in this profession. Show them who you are. You should shine so much. And since you got the green light, you should be schooling them so much. People don't even look at who you represent. They want to know, who are you? You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. I'm going to actually kind of go back to my notes, and I apologize for that, because that was, for some reason, was extremely heavy on my mind. And a lot of times, situations like that is something that I'm actually going through. You know what I mean? When it comes down for us in directing, Where does it come down to merch design or actually me getting some product out to an individual? And most definitely, I'm glad that came up. I got a couple people, you know what I'm saying, couple orders that was supposed to actually be fulfilled, and I deeply apologize. I've been ripping and running with the camera, you know what I'm saying? But one of the biggest things, you know what I'm saying, like I appreciate you guys being patient with me because y'all know I always stand on my word. Sorry about that. So I just want to make sure I address that in the podcast. Let's kind of take it back a little bit. Like I said, I apologize for jumping the gun. Actually, I can't do that because now this kind of goes into his other things. Brand aroma. This practically may sound a little kind of different, maybe kind of foreign to other people because I slightly put my own twist to it, which is also known as brand DNA, which goes back to the previous topic I was basically talking about. When you not necessarily outshine, when you necessarily shine in situations where you're supposed to, what happens is people recognize your spirit, people recognize your energy, people recognize your vibe, short for vibration. If you get what I'm coming from. And then you leave people with a sense of brand aroma, the way it feels, the way it smells. I know aroma is kind of mixed with smell, but in this case, we're just basically talking about your feel of things, your way of doing things. You know what I'm saying? Actually, primarily talking about this, right after I left the shoot, one of the gentlemen told me, he said, man, you know what? I love when you do what's because for everybody feels secure that you know what you're doing. And I appreciated that. So in the midst of that, the shoot wasn't even actually going on. It was, you know, we was done. But I've left them with a sense of aroma of myself, of how I do things. So in the midst of times, let's say we do another shoot or whatever it is, and I'm saying shoot for people who don't know, are known for videography and merch design, like I just told you earlier. So when I keep saying shoot, I'm not talking about, you know, no guns and nothing like that. I just want to kind of be open with you guys. Videography, production, I guess you would say. So now when you do your best, you leave people with a sense of standards for if they're not able to reach out to you or if you book or whatever business that you have, when you give your best and people like the quality that you're able to offer, you leave them with a sense of brand aroma. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, the next person that comes along has the expectation of what they're looking for from you, hoping that you can match it or even do better. They're not trying to go down. You get what I'm saying? They're not trying to go down. Bring people to your standards. Find out your standards of who you are as a person. Find out your standards of your freshness, the way you look, the way you carry yourself, the way you speak. Give yourself a standards. And if you don't like it, or I guess you would say observe yourself in standards. And if you don't like it, practice it. Not necessarily be somebody else, but find somebody who models what you actually would desire to have, knowing that you're willing to put in the work for it to get it. Practice. I even notice myself, okay, I think I'm going to work on my speaking. Sometimes I run my words together. Sometimes I say words that's not even a word. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, I'm looking up vocabularies. I'm working on how to enunciate my words correctly. You know what I mean? So find people that model what you're looking for, and just don't take it. I'm not saying take it, but strategize, learn it, study it, because it's only going to make you a better person. And in the midst of that, and when you carry that in the midst of your production or whatever business that you have, whether it's in sales, whether it's in video production, whether it's in management or whatever it is, people are going to pick up on the quality that you're able to bring to the table. What if you are a manager? What if you're a supervisor? Whatever it is, people can see, people can feel like, yo, she a little different. Like, home kind of sharp. You know what I'm saying? You leave people with a sense of brand aroma. Now, let me go back within this right here though. When you study these things, and when you actually able to bring it to the table, and you have brought it to the table for a period of time, your quality, your standards, the way you do business, your product, or how your product is manufactured, the outsourcing that you have done for your product to be able to function as well in the marketplace as you have studied for it to do so, you then leave people with a sense of aroma, a smell, a secure about what it's able to do, even when you're not around. Now your name is being talked about. The brand is being talked about, even when you're not around, even when the product is not around, because you have set a sense of standards and security of what it brought of what the product brought to the table, or what you brought to the table in the essence of management or whatever professionalism that you're actually in. Take it serious. Enhance yourself. Study what you want. Study it. Be it. That's what I'm learning now. Like I told myself, I said, I'm going to start giving this podcast. Well, I'm not going to say I started giving this podcast. I'm going to get this podcast. I can't even put a number on it. Not 110, not 120, not 100. I'm going to give it all I have. That's why I felt as if I had to be a little more emotional when it came down to actually speaking this, speaking this stuff. Because I want you guys to feel, because all this stuff that I'm actually talking about is stuff that I failed at. And I don't wear that very well. I don't wear my failure very well. I'm very knowledgeable a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? This videography, I will say most importantly, has been a great blessing to me. You know what I mean? It has given me an essence of confidence. But at the same time, before I even reach where I'm at now, I had to study, man. Like, I don't go to bed sometimes till like 4 a.m. I'm just being honest with you. And I got to be honest too, though. That's not even healthy. And I understand and I know that. But I have a desire of giving, of not being the best. I'm not comparing myself to the best. I'm not doing that. I have a desire of giving people the best that I can do. You get what I'm saying? And in the midst of that, I'm even sharpening. I'm even pushing the bar even. In moments, I'm pushing the bar. Every shoot I do, I'm looking at, okay, I gotta change that. Oh, man, okay, cool. I gotta change that. My exposure off. Oh, man, so my dynamic range is off. Oh, man, I got to learn how to shoot in daytime. I got to kind of adjust for the shadows. Whatever it is, man, you got to study it. It's just not going to fall in your lap. You want to be able to set that brand. That's how you build a brand. Being on time, being secure. When you're done and shoot over with, you just straight, smooth laughs, handshake, firm handshakes. Yes, sir, no, sir, yada, yada, yada. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta work your magic, bro. It ain't going to fall in your lap. And at the same time, though, I want you guys to understand this. Like, yeah, most importantly, we're talking about an aspect of business because I am in business. But these are tactics that you can use anywhere, on your job, in the household. You get what I'm saying? It's just how you move as a person itself. It's your culture. It's your character that you play. Play it well. Pick one. Be one. Or if you don't know when to model, be one. You can do it. Let me go ahead and kind of, slow it down a little. Let me take it to this is a moment that I had today. Well, actually this morning. We went over bringing people to your level. You can't hide on film. That's one of the important things. So if you ever been recorded, do your best. Because you can't hide it. Because who you are, it is what it is. You can't hide it. So if you're going to be seen, being seen at your best. Be seen seen at your best. Not your lowest, bro. Like, nah, we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? This is practically a pretty deep one here for me though, man. This was success is in the mind. Today, right? I'm actually headed to the shoot. You know what I'm saying? I'm packed up. And I'm headed over to my location, you know what I'm saying? The location for the production or whatnot. And I seen these guys carrying out a job that I used to do, I gotta be honest though. That job was most importantly, it was a huge blessing for me, This job practically, I'm not gonna say it molded me, but it pushed me to my physical, limit. My physical ability. And it pushed me in the form of mental, and my mental as well. And then now today I realize it's like, I've been realized this. We are where we at because we refuse to think more of ourselves, man. And this is something that I'm actually guilty of to this day. Because I feel as if there's still a couple of things I was supposed to do and I haven't did it. And I'm gonna tell you what one of them is. I still do not have a dream board. I'm practically understanding now that your dream board is practically a diagram of how you want to spend your life, your wants, your needs out of life. That's so important. So important. Earlier, man, early couple years or earlier of this year, we just find ourselves just winging it, man. And we can't wing it. Winging it is only going to put you in the essence of what if, what if I hit the number? What if the market come this way? It's not enough, bro. It's not enough. And at the same time, I'm speaking to this camera. And if you guys who actually just listen to the audio, I highly suggest that you subscribe to the YouTube channel like right now. Right now, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Because one thing about it, I talked about in the last episode, people can hear the English and they can understand what you're saying. People can feel what you are saying. But also, when people can see how you said it, you can see the seriousness in my eyes that I'm not necessarily upset with myself, but this is a goal that I keep failing at. I got to get me a dream board. And I'm sure that you guys got to get a dream board too. I'm sure you do. If you following me, man, I most definitely appreciate it. But at the same time, though, I want to most definitely follow people that I can actually grow with. And that is my whole goal for starting this podcast. I want to be able to just, in essence, of speak and grow an audience to people, well, with people that I can learn from too. Nobody takes a barbecue grill, bro, and only put one coal in the pit. It just don't work like that. It don't work like that. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that. But you could take one coal and put it in the pits of coals and then it catch fire. You get what I'm saying? Let's grow together, man. I'm going to get my dream board popping, man. I most definitely want y'all to get y'all dream board popping too, man. It's time to really take on life on the essence of direction of yourself. Instead of letting everybody else misuse your time. Stay late. Or you can't go today. You got to stay late. You got to work late. We only get paid a certain amount. We want you here for 30 years. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, if you know you can do better, or you in a place where you know you can do better, what if it's a business, what if it's a job or whatever it is, and you know you can do better, it's a problem with that. It's a problem with that, man. We gotta start reacting, man. And I'm not talking about you guys. And I know I keep saying I hope I gotta use the word us. Many of you may be far beyond this. You know what I mean? But the ones I'm speaking to, who my story resonate with, y'all know where we coming from. It's time to start winging it. Got a lot of information. Got a lot of information on the books. It's time to start applying. And I'm speaking to myself once again. It's time to start applying it, man. We can have more. It's time to live a life of decisions, bro. Straight up. A life of decisions. I'm just vibing right now, man. Because at the same time, I know for a fact, these are tools that it takes to be successful, man. I'm sitting outside, I'm just looking. I'm like, yo, I used to do that. How did I do that? And another thing, once you start to get in line with your spirit, bro, you can't even see yourself doing some things for money no more. You just can't even imagine it no more, because now you done worked yourself in the essence of your core, who you are in the inside. And once you find that, you stop submitting to certain things for certain prices. It's a wrap. Identity sets in, man. Identity sets in. And then at the same time, even if you have to do those certain things for, I guess you say finances, you start, if you got a dream board, you'll be able to work it in the essence of, I can't work this if I don't see this fulfilling me getting here. If this is not going to be a stepping stone for me to get here, I can't do it. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth, bro. That's just the truth. Stepping stones, man. Like for example, right? Working that job, it put me in a place where I didn't benefit from it, I guess you say financially, but it pushed my mental. You feel what I'm saying? It pushed my mental, bro. It pushed my mental. It put my mind in the right place. Some jobs will do that. Some people will do that. Some people that you deal with will put you in the mental space where you never thought you could go. You get more sharper. You get more wiser. That's why I was telling you earlier about the cold. You feel what I'm saying? You got to stay around the fire, bro. If you want to stay lit, stay around the fire. It's very important, bro. I'm not going to hold you guys too long. I don't want to design this podcast, man, where I be just going on and, saying things just for, I guess you say, timing. I want to come on here, say what I got to say, give you guys a true organic message, being open and honest with you guys, you know what I mean? And keep it moving. But most definitely, man, I'm going to most definitely get my dream board together. I got a board for it, but I got to most definitely get my pictures and everything together. I got to get them together, man. I hope you guys do the same, you know what I mean? So, hey, y'all stay blessed, man. I'm going to just hold it down, and I'm going to let you guys go. Get you a dream board, man. Let's start winging it, all right? Let's start winging it. Let's look at where we was and then see where we at now, and then just write down the things that we actually learned from that particular moment, living at that particular time and where you at now. What did you learn? What do I actually want to do with my life? Where I want to be with my life? And I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I want to be honest with you guys. I'm going through this stuff at the same time in the midst of having my own business. But I'm noticing, okay, you know what? I got to get things in order. You know what I'm saying? Nobody pushed me to do these things. I got to take care of this. If I don't take care of this, I don't get paid. If I don't get paid, I can't put food on the table. If I can't put food on the table, somebody go home hungry. The house gonna be in bad energy. It's very important, bro. It's just time, man. We're too brilliant. We're too smart. Let's get somewhere. Y'all stay blessed, man. Once again, it's Bycorey Podcast. Corey Collins, it's my name. I go by Bycorey on all social media platforms. Instagram, Twitter is going to be Bycorey1. Some individual got the name, so I can't get it. You know what I'm saying? If you guys want to go over there and ask them, they go ahead and up it so I can have it. That'd be cool. But most definitely, man, y'all just make sure y'all hold it down. Y'all just make sure y'all stay in the right spirit, man. Don't waste your energy in things that ain't gonna matter. Stay to yourself, stay positive, and keep your family first. Well, keep God first and keep your family in your prayers. And keep pushing, man. Be all you can be. Take your place in life. Y'all stay down.